I've waited for this day for a long time. I've waited to celebrate for a long time. I can't imagine being anywhere else right now. Two-time champ! And a lot more coming. Let's go! I love you guys. Thank you. Dodgers for life.
Hi, everybody. Welcome inside. Joined tonight by Jerry Harrison Jr., David Bassett. I just love seeing those clips of Clayton Kershaw. He was so emotional at that rally, wanted to have a parade for such a long time. We heard him say, two-time champ, a lot more coming. And if so, he's going to be a part of it officially, Jerry.
I just love the emotion that he showed. I mean, years, obviously, of frustration in the postseason. They finally win it in 2020. They don't get a parade. He got his parade, and he let everybody know he was coming back.
I've never seen him that emotional before. Hopefully he can ride that emotion into spring training. And, you know, him coming back is certainly, to a certain extent, a little FOMO. He doesn't want to miss out, and that's why he went to great lengths to be there.
All right, well, speaking of his return, the reports started surfacing a couple days ago, and then we saw Clayton Kershaw on the fields at Camelback Ranch. Today, the Dodgers did make it official, signing the three-time Cy Young Award winner and former NL MVP to a one-year contract, $7.5 million with incentives and bonuses. Kersh was limited to just 7 games last season, started late because of shoulder surgery, then went down with knee and foot issues, had surgery on both of them in November. He'll join an already loaded pitching staff at some point later this season. Clayton will continue to add to his Hall of Fame worthy career numbers, franchise leader in WAR and strikeouts, second in wins, 21 behind Don Sutton, also second in WHIP. He is third in starts, fifth in innings pitched. Oh, yeah, also, as we heard him say, a two-time World Series champ. Here's Kersh today in Arizona about coming back for year 18.
Yeah, it's good. It's timing worked out to get back, and you know, it was good for both sides. I think, you know, go through an off season, see how your rehab goes, and make sure everything's going kind of the way you want it to, and feel like it is, which is good, and yeah, it worked out. Excited to be back.
What for you was, I guess, just the most telling thing coming after surgery, just knowing that your body's in a good spot to return?
I mean, honestly, the foot surgery has been hard. It's just not an easy process. Like, walking's been hard and all that stuff, but finally started turning the corner a few weeks ago, and being able to throw and all those things, and it feels actually like it hasn't felt this way in a while, so that's good. And the knee's been fine, so I think really within the last month, I kind of knew that it was going to turn the corner at some point.
You were still trying to, like, late into the season last year, push to come back. Like, were you surprised once you had the surgery, like how severe the injury was and kind of how long this process has been?
I knew I messed up my foot pretty good, but it was, I think the rehab's just been, you know, with shoulder, you can still walk and do a lot of stuff. And I was back to being like a normal dad pretty quick, but being on crutches, being in a boot, having every step like kind of hurt. It was hard. So I don't know if I expected all that a foot surgery entails, but thankful now to kind of be on the other side and feel like I'm getting closer to being 100%.
Where are you at in the progression at this point? Is it like
long toss? Yeah. Probably pens at some point next month would be my guess. You know, my goal is, you know, go on the 60-day, obviously, but hopefully right around when the 60-day time's up that I'll be getting close to being back.
Obviously, you spent last year rehabbing a lot. You know, this year kind of going through it again. I mean, at this stage of your career with everything you've already done, like, why are you putting yourself through this again?
I don't know. Why do you still do it, Dylan? You know, I think...
Because I can't. I need the money.
No, you know, I think... yeah, I mean, look, I hope this is the last time I ever have to rehab. I'm kind of done with that. But at the same time, I don't want that to be the reason that I stop playing. You know, I don't want to be like, I just can't do it and hurt, you know. So hopefully I can walk out on my own terms whenever that is. But it just didn't kind of feel like it was the right time, you know, even though we won, you know, being on the shelf for that wasn't the way that I had scripted it out. And so still super thankful to be a part of it last year and to get to see everything. But, you know, I want to be out there when it happens. And so that was a good motivating factor for sure.
He is a next level thinker. I've had some really good conversations. I think up to this point, the best conversations I've had in spring have been with Blake. He's very in tune with who he is as a person, as a pitcher. He's really anxious to work and watch Clayton and how Clayton does his work and how he's been so great for so long. For me, it's just talking baseball with him, talking hitters. He's in the cage watching hitters prepare, which I like that, you know, and a lot of pitchers don't do that as well.
Blake's been very just open about wanting to really build a relationship with Bobby Miller and be a mentor to someone like him. How valuable could that be for a player like Bobby, especially just coming off the challenges he had last year?
It's going to, I mean, I can't even, Huge is not even doing that justice, because Blake initiated this relationship. And I actually asked Blake myself, I said, how did that manifest? And he just said, I see Bobby in myself. And so he's never done that with a player, really, to try to take him under his wing and mentor him. So that's exciting for all of us. And obviously we know how talented Bobby is, but to have a peer, a guy that's won Cy Youngs, want to kind of really personally invest in him, I just think there's only great upside for both players, right? And for the organization as a whole.
DV.
We are the epicenter of baseball. I do believe that. I had a chance to play with Hideo, obviously with Kazuhisa Ishii. I know Kazmatsui. I had a chance to play against Godzilla. So I know a lot of these guys, right? To see kind of how the Japanese player has come over, there's more of them, had the success that they've had. I think it's really exciting, and there's a reason why the best want to play in the major leagues. I think their experiences, even Kenta Maeda, having Kenta here, getting to know him, their experiences here in the States playing for the Dodgers has been truly a good one. And I think it's a responsibility for the Dodgers, because I do think we are the epicenter globally for baseball, and it's exciting. Mookie being the shortstop sort of was a longer-term conversation, obviously dating back to a calendar year ago, where he kind of found his way, a little bit less than that, at shortstop. He certainly felt he had unfinished business, and he popped out to right field because it was the right decision at that time, given our roster. But I do feel that, I know that he wanted to really give himself the best chance to be a top performer at short.
What's going to let you know, like, when you're watching him out there, that his comfort level is rising and that he's cleaned up some of the things he did struggle with, early last year when he was making the switch?
It's 2 grades better already. Action-wise, confidence-wise, there's some uncertainty, rightfully so, last year, where just the confidence is extremely high right now. And also, I think Mookie wants to be the best player in baseball, and I don't see why he wouldn't want that. And so I think if you play shortstop with his bat, that gives him a better chance.
It's because this is my second year, so it's a little more comfortable. And then I'd like to enjoy and then utilize this 1 month spring training, and then get myself ready, and then get into the season and win the world champion again.
Dave, Roberts said that you were slated to pitch in Game 1 of the Tokyo series. Just what does that mean to you?
Because I'm very looking forward to it, and then be able to have that, to pitch, perform at the Japanese ballpark again. And then I'd like to get myself ready at the best, and then be ready for it.
You obviously missed some time last year. Have you changed anything in your routine to kind of make sure that you stay healthy the whole season?
I haven't really changed much difference because of what happened last year. And then, however, I still just review how I was, what happens last year. And then just like I just like getting myself ready for the season.
When you had success last year, what were the things that you thought were most important, and what you could do to have that happen a little more consistently this season?
I got to learn a lot from experience, all the experience last year. Then that kind of it helped me to adjust what I, because what I was doing before and what I needed to do. So I think that's why.
Your interpreter showed up to camp in great shape. What do you think?
I don't know. 山本さんの通訳が結構シェイプアップしてキャンプ臨んでるんですけど、そこはどう思われますか？
リバウンドを心配してます。
That's great about that. I'm worried about that rebound.
So maybe Hero won't be able to defend his chicken wing eating championship on Monday there in Arizona after he won it last year. But there's no more learning curve, Devi, for Yoshinobu, despite the shoulder injury, which knocked him out for about 3 months last year. Really adjusted well in his rookie season. He pitched into October, pitched well in the World Series. Now he's going to be the opening day starter back home in Japan. And I imagine he has expectations of taking another big leap forward.
He came to Dodger Fest with a lot of swag and a lot of confidence, a lot different than what we saw a year ago. And that's only natural, right? He knows what to expect. Yeah. He was brand new to all of this last year, and now he understands what it takes to pitch a full season. You know, in Japan, when there's a road game, the starting pitcher only shows up to the city the day he's pitching. In Major League Baseball, as you guys know, they go everywhere. So those type of things he needed to adjust to. And man, Hero needs to get more confidence, just like Yamamoto.
He'll get there. You know, he's working out. He's making sure his body will be there. Once you solidify your body, that's a great foundation. You'll get where you need to be. But back to Yamamoto, that first year, his rookie year, yes, he was so accomplished in Japan, but when you go to the big leagues, there's a learning curve, and he found out right away. His very first start, he's got to make sure he locates that fastball, have fastball command to go along with his other plus pitches. But yes, he has some swag because now he knows not only what to expect, but I can have success here, and I can continue to get better and better. He is just entering his prime. Got to remember, he's just 25, 26 years young, so he's got a lot of years left.
Certainly does. And what a big difference that first start in Korea against the Padres, where he lasted just 1 inning, to that last start against the Yankees in Game 2 of the World Series. Still ahead. Does report day even matter? Everyone pretty much in camp already. We'll discuss the ins and outs of camp and what NRI means. Plus, LA went bananas for Shohei last season, and he didn't even pitch. More on Shohei's return to the mound and return to Japan coming up.
大谷翔平とドジャース、2025年に向けた新たな挑戦。歴史的な5-0クラブの達成。史上初の3度目の満票 MVP。そしてワールドシリーズ制覇。大谷翔平の2024年は、まさに夢のようなシーズンだった。しかし、彼とドジャースの旅はまだ終わっていない。むしろ、ここからが本当の戦いの始まりだ。スプリングトレーニングでは、大谷がバッティング練習を再開し、復帰に向けて順調な歩みを見せている。肩の違和感はまだあるものの、ほぼ思い描いた状態に近づいている。と語る彼の表情には、自信と決意が感じられた。ドジャースの一員として、また新たなシーズンに挑む大谷の姿を見るのが今から楽しみでならない。さらに、今シーズンからは佐々木朗まれという新たな才能が加わった。彼の初ブルペンには多くのメディアが集まり、その注目度の高さを証明した。初日は、思うように投げられなかったとしながらも、分厚い才能とメジャーへの適応力の高さを見せつけた佐々木。ドジャースのピッチングコーチ陣、そして大谷、山本といった日本人エースたちのサポートを受けながら、彼がどのように成長していくのか、期待が高まるばかりだ。そしてブレイク、スネルも新たにドジャースに加わり、ワールドシリーズ連覇を狙うチームにさらなる厚みをもたらす。私は殿堂入りを狙っている、と語るスネルの野心と、クレイトン、カーショウのそばで学びたいという姿勢は、まさに本気度マックス。彼がドジャースのユニフォームを着てマウンドに立つ日が待ち遠しい。もちろん、昨年のワールドシリーズでチームを支えた貴家、ヘルナンデスやブレイク、と来年も再びチームに合流し、2025年のドジャースはさらに盤石な体制に、彼らの経験と勝者のメンタリティが、チーム全体の士気をさらに高めてくれることは間違いない。去年の歓喜を、今年も、大谷翔平が語ったように、昨シーズンの成功はすでに過去のもの。次のシーズンに向けて準備をすることが大切だ。と、彼とドジャースの戦いは、まだまだ続く。2025年も、このチームがどんな奇跡を生み出すのか、目が離せない。そしてあなたも、この歴史的瞬間を一緒に目撃しませんか。ドジャースのシーズンを追いかけ、大谷翔平や佐々木朗まれ、スネル、そして全選手たちの活躍を見届けよう。このチャンネルをフォローして、最新情報をお見逃しなく。あなたのコメントも大歓迎。 大谷翔平やドジャースに期待すること、見たい試合、そして応援メッセージをぜひコメント欄に残してください。2025年シーズン、さあ行こう。